My YouTube channel is so close to reaching 1,000 members, so I thought I'll just come for a little chit chat before it reaches 1,000 members and I celebrate. So here I am. Hi everyone, hope all of you are doing fine. So today's video is going to be called a recap of 2020. What a year it has been. It's now the month of June and half of the year is gone because of people fearing a pandemic, which is the COVID-19, the coronavirus. So there was a time a few months ago where, toilet paper was running out of the shops, Kohl's supermarket stopped home delivery, kids had to stay at home and do, at home learning and not in school learning. So a lot of changes, a lot of things happened. Everybody was in panic mode, reacting, unsure, uncertain, and really, mind and thinking was tested. The whole world was tested, wasn't it? Everything happened so fast and drastically. Anyway, so I thought today I'll do, this topic because if you ask me how I come up with all my videos, to be honest with you, it happens when I'm having a shower. I think the toilet in my house, according to Vastu or Feng-Shui, might be located in the creativity section or something. I'm thinking, should I now shift my video making as well into the toilet, so then I'll get more inspiration and more ideas as I speak. So every time I go to the toilet, some thought comes in my mind and I'm like, oh yes, this is a good topic, I should do this video anyway. So yes, 2020, the year that's given us all a good shake up. So everybody is turning, we all spiritual beings, and this year especially has had such a big focus on spirituality, isn't it? Because suddenly materialistic things didn't seem to be having the value it had anymore. People were going, it's like when the 9/11 incident happened, everyone started running to the church and religious places to pray, and then things changed again, life went on as normal, and again things started getting more materialistic, and here we are again, in this spiritual sort of a phase where things are happening that's beyond us. So normally I do cooking videos, but for the past few days, being a spiritual being, even my mind has been here and there all over the place because of things that are happening, changes that are happening, everything going on around. We feel like in this world, there are people who own so many houses and cars and property, and sometimes we think, we have all these things and we gain all these things in this life, but ultimately, if we look at a big picture, it's like the astrological sign Scorpio. It's represented by three different animals. I can't say animals, but three different symbols. So one symbol is that of the scorpion, so that is the lowest level. The scorpion is a very poisonous species, isn't it? So the scorpion is like the lowest being. So I think that's what we think, sometimes when we are in a position of so much materialistic power, we think like, we have this grand sort of a image that we create within ourselves. It's like our ego, and we think we are something important, something big. But when we move higher, like to the second symbol of the Scorpio star sign, which is the eagle, I'm not, this is not a topic about star signs or anything like that, but I felt the way things are, from materialistic to spiritual, this would be a good metaphor in order to help me explain what I'm trying to convey. So if we go to the next higher level, so after the scorpion, that's the lowest form, the next form is the eagle. So what's the eagle? It's got a high overview, isn't it? It flies and soars above, and it can see, it's got that eagle, view. How do I explain it? You know, bird's eye view. So it can see things from above, you know. So it's not down there anymore where the thinking is so small. It has risen above a little bit more higher. And that's where we think, okay, you know, we own all these materialistic things right now on this planet. But ultimately, who are we? If you look from up above, we are just a tiny speck of dust, isn't it? Compared to this whole big universe, a lot of people, we are so small and tiny. So owning all these property is like an ant collecting maybe 3 small cubes of sugar. That's it, you know, in the bigger picture. But we think, you know, we have this grandiose sort of grand feeling just because we accomplish certain things when we are on the scorpion level. But when we rise up above, we realize the whole picture, because even tomorrow there might not be a tomorrow. You know, we are so tiny, and if we are not there tomorrow, we just turn into a memory, isn't it? A small piece of dust. And after a while, who knows if the generations after generations, you know, I don't know who my great grandparents are, if we forget them, you know. But at that time in their lives, you know, we don't know what their thinking was, what, you know, they owned, how their lifestyle was, nothing, you know. So always once we reach the eagle view, we look at life at a bigger picture, a whole big picture, where materialistic things tend to have slightly less importance. It is still important to survive in this world because it is a materialistic world after all, and the society, you know, has to operate in that sort of a sense at the moment, at least. So, you know, it is important, but you know, it's when things go out of balance, that's when the issue is. So we learn to balance things a bit more better between materialistic and spiritual without getting too arrogant or too greedy or self-praising. So this is what happens, you know, from self-praising, which is the scorpion zone. Self-praising is you wanting to show others, I have this, I have that. You go onto the eagle view, you become self-praising, turns into something much more beautiful, which is self-love. So that is not about putting it out there, what you have, you know, I have this or I have that. Self-love is, you know, fulfilling your inner needs. It's not about pleasing others, showing others what you have. It's about loving yourself and going inward, you know, doing things to make you happy. Because sometimes when we look outward and try to please others, try to show off to others, we might not be happy inside within ourselves. But when we have that self love, we do things change, because we start doing things not to show others, but we start doing things that makes us happy and content, and which enables us to have inner peace. So talking about the Scorpio star sign, the next symbol is the phoenix. So that's when this bird rises up from the ashes, you know. That's more spiritual, that's like an enlightened being, sort of. There is no ego, there is no arrogance, there is no I, me, you know, everything, no attachments, no expectations, just being content at the present moment with what you have currently in life, until, and then, you know, fulfilling your purpose in life until your journey ends. But also, you know, as I said, today is just a recap video that I'm doing. This whole year has been, you know, with a lot of ups and downs it's come with. So I thought, okay, I'll do this video, just share my thoughts, you know. And I thought, I was thinking since morning, you know, how to look at it positively, because even yesterday my friend said, you know, one Indian actor, you know, like I said, you know, we think we own a lot of things in this world, materialistic things, but we are just a small speck of dust. You know, if you know, an Indian actor, he committed suicide. So one of my friend told me, you know, this happened, and I was like, wow, you know, why? Because the person was very young, had, you know, was very famous. But it's just our mind, isn't it? The way we think the way our mind works. Once our mind, you can't control it, it gets out of control and it becomes your worst enemy. It can make us do so many things, isn't it? So, like even the celebrity Marilyn Monroe, I always say, Marilyn Monroe, she was a singer, dancer, model, actress. Wasn't she singer, model, actress? I don't know about dancer, but yeah, she would have. But anyway, so she also, didn't have a proper mother figure. So she always looked outward, at kids who had mothers, and inside she was always feeling that void and lack. And then she started going out there and she started getting love from outward sources. She got everything, but ultimately it still came to the point, was she happy inside within herself, isn't it? So when we show off, when we have these materialistic, it's all good to have those things, but you should also think, are you happy inside within yourself, or are you content? Do you have inner peace, or are you restless, overthinking, and not at a happy place? So that's when you start thinking like the eagle and not the scorpion. Because people who are in, like having the luxury of materialistic things are still not having happy lives, are they? So the actor I'm talking about, his name is Sushant Singh. He was only 34 years of age and he committed suicide. He, had risen to fame. He was really a very famous actor in big screen. But, this is it. This is life, isn't it? When we look at it. Today morning too, like I get a lot of messages on Facebook. I don't reply to people who send me private messages, but I still look at them casually. And, one of the viewers who watch my videos, I guess, messaged me saying, you are very lucky. And I was like, okay. Because the funny thing about it is something happened before I got that message. Because in the morning I was driving and I saw this black cat. Okay, it was a black cat, but it had white bits, little white furry bits on its paw. So it's standing on the side of the road. And I'm like, oh my God, is it going to be like the superstition, the black cat crossed the road? And I'm like, hopefully the cat is going to stay there because my car is coming and it's not going to cross. And guess what this cat did? It crossed the road. I was like, oh my God, okay. So now this is where our thinking is very important, isn't it? So we have few choices. I have to start thinking positively, right? Because if I start thinking negatively, I'm going to panic and that's not going to be helpful in any sort of manner. So I'm like, oh my God, will I reach back in one piece? This cat's crossed the road according to the old superstition. So I thought, okay, think positive, Andrea. At least the cat was not completely black. It had white paws, like little bits of white. So it should be all right. And then I was like, oh, okay, maybe the superstition is just superstition, it's maybe not. So I don't know, everyone, like tomorrow, if you don't see me, it means, I mean, we all human beings, we don't know, maybe the superstition came true, but, we always think positive. See, so far, things are going all right. So, yeah, and then that's when I came home and I saw this message saying, you're very lucky. And I'm like, you can say that again because, I had a very bad experience. But that's how our mind, we should always look for positivity. This year has been negative in many aspects, but there's still a lot of positive things we can look for or search for or seek, and you will find it. So don't let mind go towards extreme negativity. That's what I always say. That's why I made a hint of spiritual positivity section on my YouTube channel for people who are looking for that little bit of positivity that might help them. Because sometimes when our mind goes towards extreme negativity, it's hard, because your own mind is your own enemy. Most of Europe considers black cat to be a bad omen. Especially if a black cat crosses your path, it can symbolize misfortune and death. So that's basically how the superstition goes. So I have every reason to be scared, don't I? Anyway, So not taking it lightly, of course, yes, it's there at the back of my mind, but we can't just dwell on negativity. Just because we face some negativity in life, we can't just dwell on it and you know not be productive. We still have the day and a lot of positives that come up in the day, isn't it? And yeah, so the other thing is our mind. It's got the power to destroy you if you let it turn into your worst enemy. And it can turn into your worst enemy, though your mind is right up here with you, along with you. It can still turn into your worst enemy, and if you don't control it, it has the power to destroy you if it goes out of control. So we always have to have that good mind control and willpower, so that we can push through every hurdle through the day. It's not like everything is very easy in this life or in this planet, on this planet. As even I'm a human being, I face so many hurdles and so many difficulties and so many challenges every day. But it's how we choose to overcome it. Do we choose to overcome it by dwelling on the negatives, or by finding the positives to give us hope, which keeps us moving on and moving forward? My next video, it should be on you do a lot of things to please others. Many people have opinions that they share, or that they try to push you to do, like they prefer you to do things according to their opinion or their suggestion. But then you can do certain things which you don't like to please others based on their opinions and suggestions, but ultimately those people will come and go in your life, but you're stuck with yourself. Even if you want to divorce a marriage partner, you can do that these days, but you can't divorce yourself. You're stuck with you, with whatever situation or condition your life is. You're stuck in that, isn't it? So unlike leaving another person when situations are not favorable or things change, you can't leave yourself, abandon yourself. Whatever is thrown at you, you're stuck with yourself, right? So I thought my next topic, positivity topic, should be something along those lines. I need to also come up with what's so positive about it. So in the process of thinking, I need to go back into the shower, because that's where I get my inspiration, isn't it? Anyway, just kidding, y'all. So yeah, so little things to think about. Just I thought I'll do a recap, because this year has been really a very I don't know what word to use to describe it, but it's been a very chaotic year with a lot of chaos happening all around the world. So, and on top of that, the isolation and the push towards spirituality. That's why I haven't been doing a lot of cooking videos, because I'm a very spiritual person, and it's this time when you focus on keeping your mind calm, like giving extra attention and care towards nature, understanding that if we keep destroying things, one day nature is going to get back at us, karma is going to come back. So you got to do our part. Humanity, that's what we are. This is our home, so there's no point of destroying a place we call home. And we are living with a lot of people, not in a small island by ourselves, so we need to adjust according to situations and things. And it's just been very chaotic, as I said, isn't it? Very uncertain, very a lot of negativity, but still trying to find the positivity in it. Especially me overcoming today after that cat crossed the road. But here I am, doing this video, so that's a good sign that I'm still in a positive mind frame. That's good. So I came home and just did, because past few days I was very busy. I got birds, and I got this fish tank, I got a fountain, and I had to. And then, I follow some astrologers on Facebook. So in my news feed, one of the astrologers who I regularly follow, she said, the north or northeast direction is good to place a water fountain. So mine was kept in the west direction. So I was like, oh my God, I set my water fountain there. But apparently that's an unlucky position. I don't want more bad luck. Because I do, sometimes I am into these sort of things, especially astrology. So put my water fountain in the northeast direction. Hopefully that's doing something. So same with the fish pond, so past few days I've been running around literally with my iPhone, the compass app, trying to see, which is the position in my house, and sometimes the east and all is in some sort of a corner. You can't even do anything, in that corner. So that's the dilemma I was having, like, oh my god, now what do I do? This section east is now in this corner. I can't put anything here. Now I need to find another east sort of, another direction, another remedy. So even my pond, it was put on the west side. Now I had to change it to the northeast, and because I have fish pond, as you all know, the outdoor fish pond. And the lovebirds, yeah, I heard the southwest corner is the corner of love. So I've just been, changing up my bedroom, the position, how we sleep, the bed position. So apparently the east direction is the best position to place your head while sleeping. So I had to change my bed to the facing, so when I'm sleeping, my head is on the east direction in the bedroom, and blah 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 blah, a lot of things. But it's good because I've after a long time, like, I had a humidifier at home and I never used to use it, and I thought, wow, now my bedroom seems all nice and romantic. It's got these lovely vibes to it. So I put some rose water, some orange blossom and things like that into my humidifier, turned it on, and the whole place smells so good. I smoked some incense, smoked some sage, smoked the whole house up. I was like, any negativity, let it just go away, the traditional way. So so I've been doing all sorts of crazy things, spiritually. So that's why I haven't been putting up any cooking videos, which I need to start and get productive. I need to do that because I've just been having yeah, I shouldn't say this being COVID season, but I've been having takeaway food. Mostly Subway because it's got vegetables and it's much more fresh and things like that. But not every day, just on that particular day, which was yesterday, when I was doing all these sort of gimmicks, because I got the lovebird, I got a partner for my budgie. So I need to edit all those videos and upload it as well. So because of all that, it was a very hectic day, and today I need to survive this day because a cat crossed the road in front of my car. Oh well, everyone, so I just came for a chit chat. Thank you all for following my posts on Facebook and subscribing to my YouTube channel, and also for joining my Facebook cooking group called Anglo and Indian Recipes. So not Anglo-Indian, it's Anglo and Indian Recipes. That's the name of my Facebook group, cooking group, where everyone contributes and posts their cooking videos too. So that's reached up to now more than 6,000 members, so it's pretty good. So I'm very excited. So do subscribe to my YouTube channel for more lovely videos and recipes, and thank you so much for supporting and following me through this journey. Take care, enjoy, and hope it all has been helpful to you in some or the other way. At least in some ways. Take care, bye.